This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. I have a guest that's zooming in. We're going to be learning about an event, why you should watch, and how you can watch. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So, if someone hasn't met you before, what's your name? And then what do you have coming up?
All right. My name is Katie Laablalli Beiirut-Kloth, and we got main character Jiu Jitsu side quest coming up on Saturday. Really excited about it. It's like probably one of the more fun and kooky Jiu Jitsu events that I've ever done. I've done a couple of them, so obviously I love it. I keep coming back. And
Yes.
we got a day tomorrow, and I'm representing Tabula Rasa out of Colorado Springs. I'm really excited for my team to be tuning in, and some other people in the area also from Colorado Springs will be competing, so that's great.
Yeah. You mentioned, hey, you competed for them before. There was a fun, controversial match. And that was like the biggest thing that had happened in jiu-jitsu. A lot of eyes were on
Oh my
that. And
God.
you were a part of that, right?
It was like the best and worst thing that's ever happened. But long story short, I think if I could, I signed up for it, and people were definitely watching, and we definitely did some jujitsu. It turns out I'm really good at defending a twister. Who knew? I didn't even know I was that good at doing that. But the slappy McSlappy time, it got live. It got weird. I guess I was kind of proud of myself in the fact that I went through with it. I'm a woman of my word. I signed up for it. I'm like, okay. I kind of low key half thought it might not happen, because in my head, I'm like, all right, if I win, I'm like, am I really going to do that? And I'm like, I don't know if I'm really going to do that. I thought maybe I'd kind of fake slap her, but she really went for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't totally hear out of my left ear now because of it. And I think we both kind of signed up for something ratchet. I was sort of mad about it at first, but with the same token, we didn't really talk about the logistics of the slapping part too much. We were both just kind of like mad and like, let's do it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So for this event, there's no slapping,
No,
no bets or anything. It's just gonna be solid jiu-jitsu match, right?
it's gonna be solid jiu-jitsu match, and I'm excited. Kimoy always gets me good matches. CrossFit is her. I call everyone by their Instagram handle. She's a great competitor, and I know she's got a really good top game. And I think it's gonna be exciting because I've been wrestling a lot. Looks like she's been wrestling a lot. I think we're gonna give people a pretty exciting match. So I'm excited for a good matchup, and I'm excited for just a scrappy match.
For sure. I had a chance to talk to her, and she had referenced some of that. Did you get a chance to watch any of that interview or see a clip? I think I had posted it
I
yesterday.
think I saw a clip. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she talked a little bit about about the match and looking forward to it, and just a little bit about her backstory. So it's always fun to be able to talk to opponents, in my opinion, just to see a little bit of everything and learn about them. For me.
Yeah, I think she's a great person. I think she's a great grappler, and I am really grateful for that.
Yes. So you're coming in from Colorado Springs. What do you think about Texas? Do you enjoy your trips down here? I know usually they're in Austin for main character, but this event, and I guess Miami for the last one, which I think you were on that card too. But this one's
Yep,
going to
yep.
be in Dallas. What do you think about Dallas as a city?
Dallas, one thing that's cool because we're training at high altitude here is I feel like I have an endless gas tank once we get there because it's pretty sea level.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of like, how do I feel about Texas? What's cool about Texas? There's a ton of great jujitsu there. I think where the venue is, we're a little further away from Austin than I realized, but like,
Hmm.
there's so many sick places to drop in between, like, I guess they changed their name now, Kingsway and Simple Man, and 10th Planet, Austin, all that. If you are a jujitsu athlete, it's an exciting place to go. I don't know if you're not really into jujitsu or rodeos, if it's like a big destination. Apparently, there's a huge tech industry there. I don't know much about that. That's not what we're talking about. But because we're training at altitude, I feel like I have a good advantage.
Yeah. What did you think about CJI? Did you have a chance to tune in? They gave away a ton of money. There was a women's bracket, the quintet style stuff. What were your overall thoughts?
I did because we were at Jiu-Jitsu Con and Masters World. So we went in person on Saturday, and I think it was amazing jiu-jitsu. I think Craig Jones knows how to throw a party. I think quintets are my favorite thing that exist in the world. Once again, you can't not talk about CJ and not talk about why weren't there 50K bonuses for women's subs. That seems, apparently there was money because they ended up paying New Wave $1 million. So it's out there somewhere. He buggy choked Chael Sonnen. I didn't see that coming. Also, Chael's a good grappler. I didn't really realize he was that good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed watching it. The quintet was good, and I think the only annoying thing I think is people that aren't jujitsu athletes that were saying a lot about top level competitors that I thought was stupid. They were just like, why don't they just pass the guard? And I'm like, dang, at a high level, it's like the hardest thing to do. And I
Right.
think once he threw out that 50K bonus, he saw a lot more subs. Like Felipe Pina still got it. Who knew?
Yeah.
Dory Oliveras is a standout competitor. He's a tiny guy, and he really gave some big people a run for their money. And then I won't talk forever, but I will say I love all the women competitors, and I'm glad they got to compete. I can't believe there's only 4. That's kind of crazy, but I will say I think Helena and Miss Galvao carried themselves really for teenagers. They were like they're so mature and they're like clapping for their opponents and like they're good competitors, but they're also good people. And I'm like, dang, we could learn a lot from those 2 ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are
I have a
your
lot to say.
Yeah, it was a great event. There's stuff that you could dissect,
Yeah.
from everything from Riff Raff's performance to Hinato's interviews to
Oh yeah.
Gabby, getting on the mat and everything. And it was definitely a spectacle, a ton of great jiu-jitsu. People are like, why aren't there more subs? It's like, these are some of the best people in the world. Like,
Yep.
like they have great submission defense. And when there's that much money and that much on the line, it's going to be hard to get a sub, especially when size differences.
I think yeah, what you're just
Yeah.
what you're saying. They're amazing competitors, and like I think it's pretty common when people are evenly matched for it to be a draw or there to be no sub, or if there isn't a sub, maybe they're playing it safe, but maybe they're just really well matched.
Right. Right.
Pretty that's yeah.
What are your aspirations when it comes to your jiu-jitsu career?
I got my eye on ADCC Worlds. I've been hitting every open, and it's been pretty good. I've been podiuming at least because I do multiple divisions and it's one kind of division almost every one. But that's the big goal. I really want to go to ADCC Worlds. Submission only grappling, no gi is my favorite. That's a little bit different than the main character rules set. There's no points the first 3 minutes, and then it goes to points, and then it's a different kind of overtime. But I love main character is a great stage. You get a lot of really good exposure. Um, it's really well put together. We get tips. Main character is fun to do, and also the submission only format is my favorite thing
Yeah.
because I think it should just be everyone brings their A game. Maybe your A game's the bottom, maybe your A game's the top, but you shouldn't get penalized for playing your A game. Just try to get a sub.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
that's the big one. I want to win. I know some people don't like IBJJF or they call it IBGGF. I don't care, whatever. But I would like to win one IBJJF world title. We'll get more than one, but those are great competitors. I don't understand how some people talk them down so much because it's still like a lot of people that I compete in my brackets against ADCC still do IBJJF. So I see them at
Right.
both.
Yeah.
I would like to do both of those things. And then, we were just talking about CGI. I really wish he would do a women's quintet, and I wish he would do a qualifier because right now it's like invite only. There's no pathway for the layperson to enter. It would be sick if they would do a women's qualifier. I feel the same way about PGF is like one of my favorite grappling promotions to watch, and it's pretty obviously male heavy, but it's sick. And I wish they did do a female. I know Brandon McCaffrey's going to see this and be like, we did a female season. They did a female season 4, but it's season 8. That's like a long time ago. It's like 4 years ago. I wish some of these bigger promotions that are super sub heavy or like quintet heavy or like team heavy, we're seeing a lot more like grappling leagues or like quintet teams. I wish there would be more female qualifiers to make like misfit teams or something. So yes, I want to go to ADCC Worlds. I want to win. I've podiumed at like IBJJF pans and stuff, but I haven't gotten gold yet. But I would like to see, and if we get to put our voice out there, a PGF women's qualifier and a CGI women's qualifier. I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Yeah. Awesome.
And also I forgot, Wino is great, but there's not that many. Like finishers sub only is like one of the few promotions I've seen that will do a qualifier to get on. Like if you win the qualifier, you go to Wino. And that because there's not a lot of pathways to entry for that either. All of a sudden you see like the card and you're like, that's amazing. How did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Not like in a bad way, but it's like invite only kind of a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool to see just more qualifiers in general because I do think there is a lot of, maybe not a lot, I don't know. I'm going to say a lot. I think there is a lot of sleeper competitors that don't have the resources to compete that much. And like once in a while, I'm not above doing a local comp. I'll do local comps to like get ready or stay in the game. And there's some very good undiscovered grapplers out there. That's
For
all I'm going to
sure.
say.
Yeah. You mentioned being in Colorado Springs, and I was in Colorado maybe about a month ago or so. Compared to Texas, there's two things I noticed. The weather was a lot different, especially for summertime, and then also that altitude. But there was a lot of people that were outside, walking and doing some different things. There was like trails and these bike things. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And in certain parts of Texas, there are these things, but sometimes it's just too darn hot to go and enjoy them to the fullest. For you, are there things that you find joy in or happiness, or what do you like to do outside of jiu-jitsu or have time for?
Yeah, like I feel very blessed. Me and my partner get to go hiking a lot. Like we live in Colorado Springs, so like we're like 10 minutes away from a lot of like really cool mountains and really cool trails, or 20 minutes away from like bigger mountains, bigger trails. I feel, yeah, we're very privileged to be in a beautiful place where there's hiking too. And I think cross training is important. Emma Brentel is also like a famous wrestler, amazing wrestler, who also lives and trains here now. And she says the same thing. You have to do other stuff outside of wrestling and grappling. And like high altitude hiking is a good, or rock climbing for grips is a pretty good cross training opportunity we have here that's free. So we do that every Sunday. I pretty much grapple every day of the week. And me and my partner's agreement is Sundays, I don't do jujitsu. We do something else. So we
Yeah.
go, yeah,
Does your partner, do they train jiu-jitsu as well?
they do. They are a diehard 10th Planet person, and I love it. So they bring a lot of really amazing like traditional 10p game to the table. It's really they're one of my most supportive people, and they're a great training partner also.
That's
Very
awesome.
grateful. Mhm.
Yeah, 10th Planet. I talked to Keith Krikorian yesterday about EBI 25, the second place next week, right? And so
Big, yeah,
one thing about that I noticed, I was like, the 10th Planet people, they support themselves so much because there was like 10th
yeah.
Planet Network and there's all these different socials. And if one thing is shared, then they kind of just start, hey, getting it out there. I was like, that's actually really cool.
We were just talking about that. The one thing that like I'm not even a 10th Planet affiliate, but like they're always so like Richie Martinez, Gio, all those guys, they're so nice and so wonderful and so welcoming. But they really gang really hard for each other, and I really respect that. They're always in each other's corner. They always have someone show up. They're always going to back somebody up. I
Yeah.
would say 10 Planet's pretty damn good at that. They were like one of the only teams for CGI that didn't pick a wild card from a random team. I
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
which is cool. So they have the culture. They're kind of like the most non-creante. I'm getting into dangerous waters and just saying shit now, but like they're definitely very non-creante that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I get what you mean there. Yeah, there's a lot of training, cross training, and then just like I don't know. There's a lot of talented 10th Planet people for sure.
And they're welcoming. Like my partner's gym, like I said, he's still a 10th Planet affiliate, and they're very welcoming when I go there. And their warm ups are insane. And yeah, they have such a cool game, and I use a lot of their stuff. Like I like Go-Go Platas, I like Rubber Guard, I like all that shit. That's just cool.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, can you remind everybody one more time what's going to be taking place this weekend? What are you going to be doing? How can they watch it? And then why should they watch?
Oh, for sure. Okay, so this weekend, main character Jiu-Jitsu side quest is going to be at Fortified Fitness outside of Dallas Fort Worth, or in Dallas Fort Worth, and it will be streamed on Flow Grappling. And I believe I got to look at what time it kicks off, because there's like a kids card and there's an adults card. It's going to be going all day. So pretty much anytime you tune in, you're not going to miss it. We're on the main card, so we'll be later. We're not going to be till like 2 p.m. Texas time, which I believe is Central time. I'm sounding stupid. But yep, repping Tabula Rasa, and excited to be repping that team.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I'm excited to scrap. I'm excited that I have a very talented opponent, and I think we're both ready to bring it and put on a show.
Thank you so much for hanging out today, and have a safe trip, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you.
This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. Y'all be blessed.